out first a Lyra, but also Grace can work out. I mean, like if you think about it, it's a lesser heal but frontline type of Lyra, I guess, like in a way. But next ban will be the Vox. So yeah. Oh, there you go.
Right, so we do actually see a Lara coming out, like you said. Grace is one of those heroes that are really prioritized in the other regions as well, just not in Southeast Asia. Honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm quite surprised to actually see that Grace being banned out and not the classic Idris or the Baron ban. So we do actually see Idris banned out secondly, and on the side of Eanix, they actually do pick up that Baron. I'm not surprised if they do actually just go in for the Baron and that Arden team comp. And on the side of Silver, I do actually hope that they ban out this Catherine, because Catherine is kind of one of those heroes that works really well against. Yep, there you go. We do actually see a Catherine ban coming out from the side of Silver, because Catherine is just so good when paired up with a Baron or just going up against that Lara.
Yeah, true. Adagio for the second. So you're going to be empowering the shots of the Baron. So it seems like a very smart pick. And then maybe here for... I think an Arden might be good here to tether this Baron. Might be not, because of the... I think he can be able to actually just leap over the gauntlet. Maybe a Black Feather. Yeah.
When you have jump jets actually overdrive, you can just leap through and in and out of the gauntlet. So I don't think Arden is the best pick right now, but with all the roamers available, I think Arden or Finn, or even Glaive. Glaive is a very good pick going against this Baron. The side of Eanix should be expecting a lot of early game ganks, especially with this Glaive being picked up on the side of Silver Boom.
And then a Kestrel. All right. So just a good synergy with the Lyra. We've seen that time and time again. So they actually have a dive and then backline and then at least a heal as well. Although it kind of didn't work out on the last game we're in. Well, it wasn't a Glaive. It was actually an Idris. But this might be something else, because at least Kestrel can go for some auto attack, or rather some auto attack damage compared to I think that was also like an Idris and a Celeste. So at least this is something kind of different from that one. So we're just looking for the last pick here of Eanix. That's going to be the Taka.
Yeah, I mean, the Taka pickup on the side of Eanix is just a really strong one. We saw in the previous game. Definitely there is always, the back thought that Bright Bulwark on Lara is constantly available or up in every, say, 10 seconds or so. But then in the early game, I just think that Taka works so well into this Kestrel, especially when you are going to expect a lot of a lot of gangs coming out from this Glaive. So Glaive in the early game, expecting what we're going to see really is just Glaive going up after clearing jungle, after burning this Baron, just hindering his laning phase altogether. I do like that Adagio pickup just to, help sustain that Baron, and also an answer to that Lara alone. But then just a sustain wise in comparison to that Lara, Adagio just do not have that amount of sustain. But then in the early game, this Adagio will wreak havoc for the side of Team Silver Boom, because Adagio paired up. There is a really classic comp coming out in the patch 2.3 or so. It's when you have an Adagio pairing up with a Koshka, and then they can just go through your team in the early game because of the empowered attacks from Adagio, and of course the constant healing as well. With Taka, it's about similar. Once Taka gets his crown or even just a little crystal building into that aftershock, I'm expecting a lot of engages coming up from this Taka, just to respond to the gangs that will be coming up from the side of Silver Boom. Castro, like I said earlier on, just before we actually entered draft, Castro is a really strong early game hero. And if you actually force Castro to turtle up, she becomes as irrelevant as she wants to be. So there you go. Looking at both of these comps, what do you think, Asura? Which comp do you actually favor?
Looking at the comps, like I said, like previous or one of the series from before, we saw a Lyra with a Idris and Celeste. It didn't work out too well. Pre-Minimiter, what with Minimiter said. But looking into this comp, I think I would have to go with Silver Boom. But then, like you said, there's also the point where you really have to be careful with Eanix's Taka, because we've seen Taka just destroy any like long range heroes just because of how in your face you can get, and then just the Adagio, just giving him a lot of boost with the, I believe that is the Agents of Wrath, and then keeping him healed up with the gift of fire.
Yep, I do agree with you definitely, but then we cannot discount the fact that if So Bad Very Bad plays this glaive as a utility role for this glaive, then we might actually see this glaive peel very, very hard for depression on this Castro. Anyway, just a quick run through of who is on what. We have Pain Sunday on this Lyra, we have Depression on this Castro, and of course we have So Bad Very Bad on that glaive. And on the side of Team Eanix, we have Rubber Monkey on that Adagio. We have I Angry You Die on that Taka, which he is famed for. And then of course we have Trophies on that Baron.
So, tempo of the early game will start, and look at that, they immediately net in Rubber Monkey, puts himself with the Gift of Fire, but well, his fire will be taken out quite easily there. Although Trophies, you can see he's just bombarding him from up above, but it's not really gonna matter early game because they do have the Lyra. Well, look at this, Trophy's gonna go aggressive, Pain Sandy's gonna get caught out, and I Angry You Die immediately with the re-kill, making that a 1-for-1 in terms of our early game.
Yeah, I mean, we are seeing in the scoreboard right now, we do actually see Depression actually going for that jungle Castro instead of the classic lane Castro we've seen so far. Ooh.
Yes, ooh is the right, the right interaction with, or the right, what do you want to call it? That reaction. There you go.
I was just looking at a Depression farming away, just being Castro farming away in the jungle, and then I see a pop up, and I was like, oh, okay, oh wow, I actually missed that. But anyways, we are going to see a Crystal Castro at this point in time. So I was expecting actually a utility glaive that we placed in the jungle, and then of course we have a ooh,
indeed, and they're gonna be able to spot out Trophies. And, well, Silver Boom, like you said, they're wanting to make this glaive as pick-off as possible. Even though it's not going to be utility, he's going to at least have extra damage so that the Castro won't be hard-fought to get the executions. So, I think that's what they're wanting to do here. That's why they're looking for maybe the weapon power glaive.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with you in all standards. I mean, weapon power glaive, we've seen a lot of it, but then it's normally played in the jungle. But then at times like this, rare times like this, when you have actually a crystal carry like that of Castro or Celeste or even Samuel, who are just stronger junglers in all, ooh, Taka may call Depression out here.
Depression, though, will be popping his heal or potion as well as the boots as he tries to run away from this pretty slicey Taka. And he is looking for it. He's trying to do it for the MGS. Sorry, with the box. Yes, I know, it's a reference.
Yep. Okay.
The Kaku.
Kaku, yeah, Kaku. It is definitely called the Kaku in this game.
Oh no. Deja vu again in the lane, and for how many times was that? Second time they got Trophies taken out.
Well, I mean, like I said, I agree with I may be looking for more.
And, well, blow by blow, they're just trading it left and right, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Silver Boom and Eanix putting pedal to the metal. Rubber Monkey's right here with the Adagio, giving some support to I Angry You Die, and they will be looking to get the last onto the trend. Not going to be enough, but Depression, it's going to be that age-old time wherein you want to go for the face check, or rather, doesn't go for the face check and actually gets punished. But wait! What just happened? Depression winning out the duel. Did the sentry help? I did not see if he actually got a couple of shots up on the Adagio, but I Angry You Die will go for the exit out.
Yeah, I mean, the sentry did actually put in some work there, a couple of basic attacks. But even then, there is no reason I Angry You Die and Rubber Monkey should travel, go in so deep this early in the game. Granted, they have really good early game. Oh, I Angry You Die is going for Depression again.
No, but here's So Bad, Very Bad. The bombardment from up above, but that is a turret dive. Ooh, the turret shot almost connecting. But it's gonna be I Angry You Die surviving. That's gonna be close. The scout trap was there. but they don't chase him down onto their own jungle, so he will be able to get away. Well, not scot-free, but still alive.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely scot-free. He got a kill, he went into the opponent's jungle, he took that jungle, and then now going back into lane, looking for more.
And into the fray we go. It's gonna be Eanix. Oh, he will be able to. Actually, so bad, very bad. Will be able to afterburner away. Paint Sandy. You don't want to dive on a Lyra just because, yeah, she has her bulwark. She has her Imperial Sigil, but that doesn't mean that Eanix will be stopping to bombard this turret in the lane. Kestrel onto the silence, already level 6, so he does have that one shot, one kill, but it's not really super impactful unless they get themselves a really low target here. Silver Boom will be pushing them out, but that turret just got heavily damaged. Look at that, very low.
I'm interested to see. We are looking across the scoreboards now and the builds that's coming out from the teams. Just look at Eanix alone. Ooh, I agree.
Oh, but hold that thought. It's gonna be another die by So Bad, very bad. He doesn't get enough Pain Sandy. That's gonna be the 1-for-1, and they have no disengage at all anymore. Bulwark is still in the works. Oh, it's gonna be so close, but Pain Sandy will survive. Does he have an ion cannon? Trophies, he already used it, so he can't go for it. Jumps in, and he will be able to take down this turret. And aggression from the sides. X-Retsu. Ooh, he might have bit up a bit more than he could chew, but gets away. Again. Well, scot-free. Who is Scott? Yeah, scot-free.
Taka-free. But anyways,
Taka-free.
Taka-free. So we are going through the scoreboard again, like earlier on. And it's quite interesting to see. I Angry You Die on this Taka is not going for the Aftershock or has any form of crystal power. In fact, he's sitting on a crown and then 2 weapon blades. That is all that he's sitting on. He's probably going in, I hope, for that crystal. If not, then definitely we are going to see a burst Taka in the forms of... oh, right, so the weapon blade is just for clearing, and we are going to see a crown and after crown Taka, because honestly, yesterday I was ranking, yeah, so I saw a game where I was up against this Taka, and it's quite interesting to see because that Taka did not go for crown into shock. That Taka just went for crown, tension bow, and aftershock. So it's really on hit. It's quite new to me. I've not quite seen a lot of Taka going that way. But the amount of burst in the early game with that tension bow and storm crown is just insane. Yeah.
Might be the case as well. And I'll give what Minimizer said a while ago why some people go for the storm crown. But before that, that's going to be a little bit of tussle here in the lane. Lots of heals go into the Taka, but he will be able to get away. Express is back in. And he is just dipping into the water slowly, a little bit at a time. And he is chipping down this Kestrel, but you gotta remember, guys, that once you have a Lyra in your comp, you really can't go for the sustained fights. You have to go all in, all in, or it's not gonna be enough. So yeah, I just want to say, like, what I think Minimizer said a while ago was that when you do have a Storm Crown, you're just looking for more of that extra chip damage. I guess with the Tension Bow, that's gonna make it so that you can be an assassin, but then at least with this Storm Crown, it's gonna be other trophies for the execution, and then the stop for the dip damage as he tries to go back in and out of fight.
Yep, definitely. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with Minimizer. The only reason you have Storm Crown is just to provide that little bit more of basic attack damage whenever you stack, because generally the combination or the combo moves you go in for the Taka, it's you either add Zuretsu in or you Kaiten in, and then you basic attack, and then add Zuretsu or Kaiten, and then basic attack again. So it's just to provide a little more boost. There is this period of time actually we do not see. Ooh,
they engage into the lane, but on the other scale of the spectrum, look at this. I Angry Die will be able to get a solo gold mine, immense payout, and will they get the last hit? No, this is a day of turrets not falling down with the very smallest of HPs. So bad, very bad, dives in, gets the kill, and Truffy's right here on the sidelines. Look at Pain Sandy, he's gonna eat the rock, takes it, and he even gives him Arcane Passage. another kill! This is so bad! Using your own opponent's ultimate to your own advantage. This is disastrous for Eanix, but Depression says otherwise. 1v1. Who will win in trophies or Depression? Well, I don't think he wants to go for it, but he'll be able to use an ultimate, hoping to get that finalizing shot, but it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, that was a one-shot, one-miss indeed. Trophies, honestly, on this Baron, there has not been a lot of Baron counters out there, or reliable counters to Baron, because that Idris was banned out by the side of Eanix. So Idris is one of those more reliable counters for that of Baron. The other way you can check Baron and counter Baron is just play to your early game advantage, pick out early game heroes, and then of course, you know, just play to that advantage that you have over this very late game hero like that of Baron. But we do see here the side of Eanix actually do know how to work their early game as well. With their team comp coming out, you know, they ban out that Fox, they ban out the Idris, they force the side of Team Silver to go for the less picked weapon carries like that of Glaive or even Kestrel if they need to be going for. And honestly, if you do this, ooh.
Hang on, looks like it's gonna be nice defensive afterburn there from Sobad. Very bad to keep him in check, but this AoE rockets from Trophies is making it so difficult for them to actually do any counter engagement. They have to respect the damage of the Baron. I mean, they do have the Lyra, but this is going to the point wherein you have yourselves that heal to damage ratio is not going to be enough, but Afterburn, again from Sobad, very bad, will try to go for a setup while Depression goes in with the backline shots, goes in with the Osop. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Osop. One shot, one kill. Yeah, but he will get spotted out by Angry Die. One missed position. He will capitalize heavily into that one. It's for a one-for-one trade. Sobad very bad. Does have damage, but Trophies is still in the backline. Goes in with the rocket jumps, and that's gonna be an ace for one. And Eanix looking to get a really good fight in our first game.
Yep. Anyways, we do actually have the update that just came in. The match between Infamous going up against Elite 8. Infamous, not surprisingly, actually came out on top. When I say not surprisingly, it was because off stream we were actually looking at a draft, and we were just I was just saying that Infamous will actually come out on top with that draft, just because of how the execution wise of that draft. Anyways, just jumping back into this game, we do actually see that, you know, the side of Eanix do actually knows, you know, ooh, that turret will be going down.
Well, it was on a sliver of HP, but was that actually enough that they might get capitalized upon by Eanix? The chase is on. Taka goes in with the Kaku, and he actually X-Retsus into the face of the Kestrel. Got to back away though, but the damage is still on. Trophies, though, you want to go for the Arcane Passage? Will this be your passageway to a kill? I guess not, but still, you can see how strong they are. With the help from the Adasha, does have quite a bit of heals as well.
Well, definitely. I mean, the side of Eanix do know how to work their early game as well, just so to support this Baron coming out from Trophies. And it's just so that I've been talking a lot about in all this series that Adagio is just such a strong early game hero, and if used well, Adagio's early game can kind of force a lot of heroes back. The gift of fire, the healing, it's not that great as compared to that of Lyra, because Lyra provides the team-wide healing per se. But Adagio's gift of fire, the burn, is what that matters in lane when you are trying to harass the opponent. I mean, we do see so bad, very bad on this game. Glaive playing excruciating well as well. I mean, just giving a lot of troubles to Trophies in the early game with that constant afterburn. They are going in for the Crystal Sentry right now. You know, honestly, what do you think is the win? Ooh, I'll just hold that thought.
All right, hold that thought indeed, as it looks like Silver Boom are once again in a fight against Eanix. Look at the backline, so bad, very bad. Activates the Blade Saw, spins to win. And goes in with the Afterburn. Actually uses Darking Passions. This could be the entry point for Boom to gun back to this one. But no! Once again, you know what? Silver Boom doesn't know how to go up against the real Boom. That is the Baron. So, yeah, as you were saying, Luxuria, My goodness. Whew.
I thought you actually had a nickname for Baron's A ability, and that's Kaboom.
Yes, yes.
So, Boom, I mean, yeah, Silver Boom do not know, like you said, to go up against the real Boom coming out from the side of Eanix, and that is Baron. Honestly, a Crystal Castro is fine, yeah? She is fine against a Baron. It's just not a good pickup because in the early game, although you can shoot him from afar, you have that range. But then I personally would prefer if the side of Silver Boom just went for that Celeste or even that Scarf to try to outpoke that of Baron. Granted, you have that glaive there. The glaive can offer you the pill, but what happened then was that although Trophies was actually caught out in that fight, he could actually just jump jets away, fire out 2 shots, and Pain Sandy got really, really low. And with that, they could just I agree with that, should just come in, clean up, and then Trophies just clean up even more afterwards. Like you said, I agree with that, just going in to do the dip damage, coming out, and then of course Trophies just clearing up after I agree with that burst.
Here, oh, there it is, the Kaboom. The Ion Cannon finds its mark, actually doing significant amount of damage onto Pain Sandy as well. So bad, very bad, but the fight breaks out. The ultimate from Rubber Monkey actually keeping in check, I believe, the Kestrel, but he will be able to heal up. Second one, does he have an Echo? I think he does. Drops it down. Trophy's still high on HP. This Kraken is still battering onto the turrets. Look at the damage from Baron, and this is just too insane. We're gonna be seeing possibly an ace here. He wants to go for it. Give it to him. Pain Sandy as the Lyra will be lying dead, as they will be able to just taking down the Vayne, and that's gonna be our first game taken by Eanix.
That would be the first game taken by Eanix. I just can't stand that pun of yours, lying dead. And you had to make it so obvious, else who would pick up on it? But anyways, great puns aside, daddy jokes aside, we are just going through the scoreboard right now. The first game we do, it does go over to Eanix with their really good and thought out team comp. We have that Dajo, that Taka to apply that early game pressure, and of course there is a Baron who is just a monster in the late game. And honestly,